Well, I'm El.
And I'm Talia.
And I'm Sa.
And today we have two special guests with us.
Yes.
We have
Jenna.
And
Caitlin.
welcome. It's been a minute, y'all. a lot has been happening, and we're back and we're better, and
We're filled up.
we're filled.
We got
up.
a fire down in us.
Have y'all noticed about the new scenery?
Yes! No more Zoom.
On me.
No more Zoom.
We got new mics. We got new stuff.
Yes.
We are better, new, young, and hungry.
Better, new, young, and hungry.
Talia's finally.
I am home.
Talia's finally back.
I'm home.
Yes.
So today we just want to talk about what God's been speaking to in our life, what's been happening.
Yeah.
Just give us a life update.
Well, we all just got back from Axis, our Axis conference we go to every summer.
Yes.
It was actually Jenna's first time.
Woo!
So do you want to share some of your highlight? Y'all, Jenna's this is her first time being on the podcast. And
Yes.
so, and Caitlin's. But they don't know any questions we're asking. We're just coming up with them. So we're just winging it. So anyways, Jenna, do you want to share some of your favorite things since it was your first time?
Okay, so yes, it was my first year at Axis, but I've heard so many stories over the 3 years. I was like, baby, I got this. I was like, I already know everything for real. But I just walked in. That thing is it's the size of this church. I was expecting it to be bigger.
Yeah.
It's not. No hate, though. No
hate. We
it's
love
so
Axis.
beautiful. It's so beautiful. And the worship, I was like, oh, my gosh, this is good.
It's really their production, how they make everything come to life.
Yeah.
To say they just really they know how to do it.
For sure.
Lights go exactly when the music goes.
Yes.
Big build up, them lights building up too.
Yeah.
And just the way they do everything is just, it's really cool.
Think of Christmas Spectacular just on a smaller level.
Like church conference. Instead of Christmas. Yeah. Anyways, Caitlin, you want to share one of your favorite things that happened at Axis over the past 3 years that you've gone, or this time, doesn't matter.
It's always something interesting that happens there. Let's
y'all,
just say we're
now,
gonna
K-Baby got some stories, y'all.
We got some tea. Let's just say we had a very interesting friend.
Well,
that
let's
was
just
sitting with me.
say that K-Baby went with some things. She went with some things and she left without those things.
Yes.
as in
We're gonna say
K-Baby.
that. We're gonna say that.
K-Baby does not have no phone right now.
Yeah. We brought the phone. We brought the phone. Hey, guys, the Apple Watch has actually been found. I'm getting that tomorrow. The new phone has been ordered and it is here. We're just waiting on the old phone to get here, and then all the access will be gone.
Yeah, K-Baby, she left her phone at the hotel. But that, the last night, we didn't go to bed till 3 because we stayed up playing games till 2. So it was a fun last night that we had together.
But I love how you said that you left the phone, but you have a new one coming. And that's a lot of stuff a lot of things that can go. I'm sorry, that just got really biblical. But that can happen with a lot of things in our life, though. Some will leave old things behind and new things will come, with friends, with relationships. Yes. No, but I love that terminology. That's really good. Elle, what's been happening with you?
Oh, my turn? Ty, you want to go? Or okay, wait. Okay, wait. What'd you ask me?
What's been going on in your life?
What's been going on in my life? So at our church we have an internship. Yes. All of us besides Ty, because Ty's too young. But
I could if I wanted to, though.
But we have an internship that we're doing this summer, and so we can all say our departments anyways. But I'm in the worship department, and Caitlin and Jenna are in the next gen department, and Talia's in assimilations. And so we all are doing our own we're doing the internship this summer, and I've literally been at the church. We've all been at the church every single day. Right. We work Mondays through Thursdays. Sunday, I think how you would actually say it. Sunday through Thursdays. Yeah. So it's really fun. And I really enjoy that. We're at the church. We see each other every single day. Yeah.
We love it.
Not tired of each other's crazy.
Actually,
I'm just saying.
are tired of each other, but
No, we've grown. We've grown. I feel like Axis, and just regular church in general lately, like we're not living by the flesh. We're living by the Spirit, and the flesh would not get tired of each other. We're gonna live and love. Love each other. So yes.
I'm sorry, but I feel like we learn something new about each other every day,
We really do.
and it's so like crazy to me because I learned stuff about Elle that I did not know like 5 years ago. It's crazy, but it's also a good experience because you grow closer and you get like relationships out of like being with each other every day. So
and we're not only like growing in a relationship with each other, but like
growing-
the people on staff.
Yes.
And then like we're growing in like our knowledge of like how ministry actually works.
Right.
And so it's just a cool experience through it all. Like, I mean, we're really getting to see like how ministry works. And like for me personally, like I feel called to a full-time ministry. And so like getting to do this is like really showing me like how it's going to be like in the future, how it could be in the future. And so I think it's really cool to step into that.
Yeah, and even like the importance of behind of like serving others. What's going on?
My phone's
Mine
kind of
does
going off
too.
too. I think it's we're
that
in a group chat, guys.
See, Access was so good. They still
Yes,
blowing up this
K baby, K baby wouldn't know because she don't got no phone. But anyways, we're on a group chat and one of the messages were generational cures.
Yeah.
And he spoke on being a generational cure instead of a curse.
Right.
And just like really stepping into our calling and just like being that generational changer, like
Right.
like even though that things happened in the past with like maybe your parents, your parents, like you can be that generation changer, like that generation cure that can change the way like your family has seen in the past.
Yeah, and I loved how he like put it, like you can't change your family tree unless you examine it. Like you have to know the history behind your family and where they come from so that you know not to follow in those footsteps and change that path for the people that come behind you, because the people that come behind you are going to be affected by the decisions that you make. So I loved how he explained, like, be that generational cure. Don't be the generational curse, because a lot of people our age, Gen Z especially, we're known as like the people that's always in their phone, or the people that's in jail, God forbid. But like the people that are like doing bad things, and we don't want that for none of like the people our age or people like coming behind us. We want those people to be better. We want them to pursue more passions and careers than just like sitting on their phone all day.
Yeah, like the life we're living, the decisions we're making, that's going to impact the next generation. Or like even like your children that are like when you end up getting married and having children, like that's the decisions you're making right now, that's going to end up affecting your kids that you have, or even just the next generation in general.
Yeah. That's good, because don't y'all remember that, what he said? It was that phrase. What was that? Hold on. The phrase was,
You come into this world looking like your parents, but you leave this world looking like your decisions.
That's it. Good one. That's not the one I was talking about. Hold on. Listen.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
People who aren't even here are depending on the
next decisions.
on the decisions you make.
Yeah.
Are depending on you and the decisions you make. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. But that kind of leads me to my next question. Like, what did y'all come in the Axis, like, what was y'all expecting, and then what did y'all get after?
Yeah.
I think K-Baby got something. She's over there laughing.
I came into Axis really getting my gift of speaking in tongues. And we had this night, and our speaker was Javin Chavez. Did I say his name? Javin Chavez. My bad. I always say your name wrong. Sorry. But he was, every year he talks about speaking in tongues. It's just in different ways. But this year in particular, I really wanted my gift of speaking in tongues.
She's wanted her gift. I keep interrupting. That is so on me.
No.
But she's wanted her gift of speaking tongues for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Like
every year of Axis. First year, second year.
I mean,
and then
any
third
time
year.
that they have asked like for someone to like, if you want like an altar call to be filled with the gift of speaking in tongues, K Baby will always be up there.
Always.
Every single time.
Always.
And yeah, I'll let you finish your story. Sorry.
And so then this week we were recapping with Axis, like the internship that Elle told you about. We were here at work and we were praying and stuff like that. And we were like, well, why can't we just pray for that right now? Because I was telling them how like discouraged I was about not having it and stuff like that. So we started praying. And of course we were sitting down in the setting kind of similar to this. And it just wasn't working. So then we had to stand up. So then we stood up, and then I was like whispering, praying, but then my friends constantly kept reminding me, open your mouth. Yeah. And I thought I was already opening my mouth, but when I really did open my mouth, the words just started flowing out. Yeah. So, like, because I desired that gift so well and because I wanted it so bad, God gave it to me on his timing, not mine.
I told my mom, I was like, Mama, I feel like in that moment, because like when you pray for somebody, and sometimes you can feel what they're feeling on the inside when you're praying for them. And so I told my mom that once we finished, that God not only became so real to you, Caitlin, like I could feel on the inside, I could feel how much he became real to you in that moment, because Caitlin, she has been literally asking, like, and praying that she has had people pray for her that she will be filled, that she can be speaking tongues, sorry. And she's just always been in her head about it. And so when in that moment, we were literally in somebody's office. And so just seeing that, like, because our friend Ian, before we even started, praying over her, he was like, it doesn't matter what atmosphere you're in. You don't have to be in the Axis, like, atmosphere or environment. You can be just in like a hotel room or in an office, how we were. It doesn't matter where you are. He was like, but you can be filled anytime you want to be. Yeah. And I was like, well, why can't we just do it right now? Yeah. And we literally prayed over her. And in that moment, like when she got it, I was like, Caitlin, that's it. Keep speaking it out.
That's it.
And we were just like encouraging her to keep going. And in that moment, I could, we were all like crying. But in that moment, I could feel like how real God became more real to Caitlin. And not only to her, like I feel like to all of us in that situation. Yeah. Like my mom tells me, when you get in uncomfortable situations, that's when God's gonna move the most.
Yeah.
You have to get in uncomfortable situations because that's showing God like how faithful you are to him. Yeah. Because you're going to be uncomfortable for him, and he's going to come, and he's never going to leave you or forsake you. Amen. And he will come in. He will come in, and he is going to show you. She's going to show you.
He's going to show you. I love how
he's not going to leave you hanging.
Yeah. I love how you said that, because it's also not even just like that, but like don't let your setting determine like what God can do in your life. Like it's no matter where you are, no matter who you're around, God's gonna work miracles and he's gonna work wonders. You just have to put your faith in him. And like we were telling her, open your mouth, proclaim that, profess it over your life, because you already have the Spirit in you. You have it in you. You're filled with the Holy Spirit. You just have to open your mouth and proclaim that. And get out of your head.
And that was the whole key that we were talking about. Just get
out of your head.
Because that's in constantly, all the time.
That's in everything, though. Because we think that, like, it's just us. When it's really just we're in our head. And then we'll, to be honest, we'll start blaming God for it when it's just us. It's like, if we could just learn to get out of our head in everything that we do, we can conquer way more than we think.
Amen.
I think what made it so cool was like we were in there. Like I told my mom, it was so cool that y'all led me into that with the age y'all are being. And I think that takes you back to the verse. Yeah, like 1 Timothy 4:12. I think that takes us back to that verse. Don't let anyone look down on you because you're young. And that just shows that like I won't even say because of them, because of their faith, I got to where I needed to be.
That's good.
I think that's so cool. Though.
I loved like when you said when we were young that he used us as a vessel, like her friends, her community as a vessel to give her that encouragement and to push her into that like atmosphere of just like don't let anyone look down on you because you're young, you know. And so no matter like
that scripture that y'all said.
Yes. Yes. But like. I love that. It speaks so many things into so many people, because some people think that like, hey, I'm too young to like go out and be the hands and feet of Jesus or go out
like I gotta
and
be 18.
But like, I know 5-year-olds who are proclaiming Jesus over other people's lives, that are putting their hands on their friends and telling them that Jesus loves you. It's as simple as that. So like I love that. I love
Y'all, like that experience, like the whole thing, we learned so much from just that one thing. Like your circumstances and where you're at, like it doesn't. That's not a boundary. Yes, that is not a boundary for what God can do for your life.
Amen.
And also, our age, there was not anybody who went to Bible college.
Yeah.
There was no pastor in there. No, it was 6 youth who were in there, and then we were like, okay, we're gonna do this. Yeah. And also, baby, we were in there for like 45 minutes. We were praying. We were praying for about like 45 minutes to an hour, and we were like, we're not leaving until K Baby gets filled up with the Spirit.
It was patient.
I want to say, sorry, you want to go?
The moral of the story is there is no excuses. Like
There
God
is
can
no
use you in
excuses.
any way, and that's basically what they were whole saying is like there's no excuses to share the gospel.
Yeah.
And so that was what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I just want to like, what was you saying? I just lost my thought.
How we were in, it didn't matter the circumstances of where we were.
No, the time. That's what I was gonna say. No, because there was a point like when we were still sitting down, and I was like, okay, I thought you said it, and so I was like,
did
okay,
too.
we were gonna stop because you were mumbling under your breath, and so it's like, oh, she's probably saying it right now. I'm like literally looking at Caitlin's like lips.
Yes,
the whole time,
I
just
was
trying to see.
too.
I like trying to see if she's saying it or not. And so at one point I did think you were saying, I was like, okay, we can finish. But then Caitlin was like, y'all, I gotta stand up. And I was like, we were like, okay, let's stand up. And she got up and we still prayed over her. And then when we were like, Caitlin, you gotta get out of your head. And we were like, just start speaking it out loud. Because when she spoke it out loud, that's when it eventually flowed. But when she was mumbling under her breath, because if anyone knows Caitlin, she is a yapper.
She is a yapper.
She is a yapper.
She's a yapper.
Caitlin's not afraid to talk out loud.
Yeah.
And
Not afraid to speak her mind.
she is bold. And so in this moment, it was not Caitlin. And I'm like, Caitlin, speak out loud like you usually do.
Community.
Yeah.
And one thing I just kept hearing in my head was like, just free the shackles and the chains off of her mouth and off her mind. Because she was in her head so much that you can just like tell that like she wasn't in the place where God was. She wasn't meeting him like where she was supposed to because she was too busy in her head. Like, are they going to judge me? Are they going to, is it going to sound weird?
Yeah,
Am I just going to have
felt that.
one syllable?
I felt that on the inside. I was like, Caitlin, and I said it out loud. I was
not
like,
gonna judge
Caitlin,
you.
I said, there is no judgment in this
Yeah.
place. I was like, no one is judging you here. Like, there is, because I could feel like on the inside, like when my mom tells me, like, when you're praying for someone, you can feel sometimes. What? Oh, you can feel sometimes that what they're feeling, and so in that moment when I was praying for you, all I could feel was like you felt like we were gonna judge you, or like you felt embarrassed of how it might sound when you just start talking. But I had to confirm to her. I was praying out loud. I was like, Caitlin, there is no judgment in this room. I said we want this as much as she wants it, because when I tell you, everyone has been in agreement for Caitlin for 2 years. We have been praying and praying for this. So I was like, no, we want this as much as you do. Not only you want it, we want this for you. And so I was like, there's no judgment. And like, I think I said that like over and over. But like, even though it took time, like she eventually got it. Because like, in the beginning, I was just like, y'all, this might be uncomfortable for y'all. I know this is uncomfortable for me, but like, I feel like God can really do it, because I felt on the inside like God, he was fixing to work in that moment. And so I was like, we just have to do it. We got to get out of our comfort zones, because God, now Caitlin can speak in tongues because, literally we took a step in faith. So.
And when God tells you to move, move. Because if we didn't get up, if Elle did not listen to what God was telling her to when he was telling her to pray,
we probably still would have been talking. Probably. No, I told my mom this. I was like, Mama, I said, because we were in there supposed to be doing a devotion. And so I was like, and then we were like, let's just talk about what God told us at Axis, like what he spoke to us. Because in Axis, they were like, they told us that he gave us 60 seconds. There was no worship. It was just quiet. He was like, just let God speak to you in this moment. And anytime someone says like, but it's in general, but like anytime that God speaks to you, you need to write it down, because the devil's going to try, he comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And so he's going to try and steal those, whatever God said. You think you're going to remember it. You're like, I got this in my head, but you don't. He's going to try and steal those thoughts, and then you're going to forget what the word God had for you. Yeah. And so anyways, I was like, let's just talk about what God gave us.
Yeah, I think I started it off.
Yeah, and so Caitlin started off talking about, wanting to speak in tongues. And so, I don't even know. My thought was going from there.
I think my phrase was, God can't use you until you fully give yourself to him. Like, meaning that I had to let go of all of my sins and stuff like that of that sort. Like, because I constantly thought that God couldn't use me because of my past and because of things that I've done. But, like, when I truly gave that up and then, like, I sat down and I talked about it, the next day I got the gift of speaking in tongues. Yeah. So I feel like that literally is, like, the root to a lot of our problems. Don't think that God can't use you because of where you've been. But to where you're going.
yeah.
Yes.
Such a testimony.
Because God can take you places, honey. God can take you
Such a
places.
testimony. That's good. All right, now keep on going with our question. Your turn.
Wait, what was the question?
So how'd you feel coming, like what were you expecting and then what you got out of Axis?
Oh, okay. Jenna, your turn. Yeah, that was all for you, K baby.
I was deep.
We were all preaching off of each other. Sorry if I'm talking too much.
I don't really know what I was expecting to go into Axis. Like, also, I had been wanting to speak in tongues too, and so, baby, I got mine too at Axis.
Oh, okay.
That's a round of
Oh,
applause.
stop saying that. I'm saying that too much.
Keep on saying it.
That's okay, baby. That's okay.
And so that was really special to me because I remember, like, I was like, okay, Lord, I know you can do this for me. I know this is a gift that you have for me, so fill me up. And so I remember I got it, and I turned to Caitlin, and I laid my hands. I said, Lord, fill her up.
Like, it's our line. Like, it was like
Yes.
Caitlin, me, and then it was like Reese, Talia, Jenna. And then Jenna, I think Talia and Reese went somewhere else. Yeah, they were like down at the altar. And so, then Jenna, like, literally, all you feel is Jenna, like, racing over there. Like, because I was over there praying for Talia. I mean, yeah, because I was already praying for Caitlin. Like, I had my hands laid on her. And then, like, Boston turned around, like, praying over you. And then all I feel is sudden is, like, another hand. And I'm like, oh, it's Jenna. It's Jenna.
I mean, I just,
As soon as I moved, it went, whoop, I was like, okay.
yeah, because, like, once you, like, I got that gift, and I was like, babe, I mean, I'm not going to say that. You good. I'm not going to say that. I was like,
Baby.
once I got that gift, I was like, people need to have this. Like, this is amazing. And so I was like, if I can help you get that, like, if I can, like pray over you, anything I can do, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. And we did it. Girl.
And then,
Yes.
and there's one thing about the like the heavenly language is that it's not perfect. It's it like you can say whatever you want to say, and it's not gonna be like, because there's like how it can be like when you're praying, it can be like, like, oh, I want to say these right words, and especially when you're around a whole group, you want to say the right thing. But it's like when you're in a heavenly language, it's just you being you.
Right.
You're
It's
just saying your
beautiful. It's a
gospel.
beautiful language because it's different.
That's
Like,
right.
everybody
And it doesn't
is
sound like anybody else's.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Also, to add on that, I think it's like it's a connection between you and God.
Yeah.
Because, like, the devil doesn't come in and try to, like she said, steal, kill, and destroy, to steal those thoughts. Because when the devil hears your prayers, not saying that he does this all the time, but when you're asking for something, he knows where it's going to hurt you. So when you speak in tongues, he doesn't know what you're saying. It's a relationship and a language between you and your heavenly Father. And so when you speak in, like when she got that gift, I encouraged her. I said, use this as often as you can.
Because once you exercise it more, you're gonna eventually flow
Yes.
and grow in it. You just have to, like, it goes for all of us, not just
Right.
you, but like, we all have to exercise it more so we can, that's how we're like kicking the devil out.
Right.
Because you'll notice the more you do it, the more you'll see, like, start adding on stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you'll be like, you know what I mean? You just add something
God is
random.
gonna, it's gonna be the more things that God is gonna lay on your heart to pray for.
Yeah.
And the coolest, like, one that I've heard of is, like, especially, like, singers. Have y'all heard their
Yes.
heavenly language? It just sounds so good to me. I don't know.
Yes, because they sing it.
Yeah,
they don't
sing
just
out.
say
sounds
it.
nice.
I love that. I guess I can share. Going into act.
Let me just make it about me real fast.
No, I'm sorry. I just knew y'all all had went.
I didn't go.
Oh, okay.
Us
You
three
can
haven't
go.
gone. No, you good?
Oh.
No,
Just go, Talia.
Y'all two win. Us three haven't gone yet. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So like what I expected going into it, I think I kind of said this earlier, but I was waiting for God to tell me to move and to go. And so I'm going to college, of course, later in the fall. And like a thing that's been like heavy on my heart is where. And so I kind of just like heard him like say to me, just go. Like go. Because a reason why I wanted to say was because a lot of people didn't want me to go. And I mean, of course, I don't want to go either, but like I feel like God can do so much through me in where am I going? Iowa. in Iowa. And I feel like if I don't go, then I'm disobeying him. And there's a lot of opportunities that came with that, and I feel like that wouldn't have happened if he wasn't on that side of the fence. And so I feel like I can always come back. I'm gonna come back, guys. But I wanted to hear him say it, like, to me, just to go. And I heard that. I heard him say go. And so I'm gonna go. News break. I'm gonna go to Iowa in the fall, and it's gonna be great.
You're going to Iowa? I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's not. She just got back and she's leaving again.
Yes.
It's okay.
But I think it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be great, and I think God's gonna do so much through me.
Talia, I just want to say the growth that's happened in you because I just want to say that when Talia was heading to Georgia, like she had a totally different like view of like leaving, going like from Mississippi. Like she dreaded it. Like she did not like she didn't want to leave us. Not like, you know, that Georgia was going to be bad or anything, but she didn't have the positive outlook she did of right now. And so I just want to say like go you. Like, I mean, was it? I just commend you and I. And I commend I just commend you and I. Yeah, the one that no.
If y'all watch our other videos, then you know what we're talking about.
But I just commend you and I applaud you for the growth. But I mean, like hey guys, on a real note, like I really. Anyways, but like on a real note, I really am like I want to like I commend you and I applaud you for like the growth that I've seen in you. Like this time, like last year, like it was not like this. Like and so just hearing you say like, you know, that God told you this and you having such a positive outlook on it, like that really is truly amazing. And it can be like a testimony, not for you, but for other people. Like they can build off that, like, you know, I can go like wherever God's telling me to go and, you know, I can move there. Like, because you made an impact when you were in Georgia. Like you saved people. So like, I mean.
And I've met people that I didn't think I wouldn't have met if I continued to have that bad attitude. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I did in Georgia that, like she said, help people. I started a whole Bible, like, study. Like, I feel like when you go and you do things that have a positive outlook, you're going to have a positive outcome. So, like, going to Georgia the way that I did, so, like, unexpectedly, it was sad. And I did have a negative outlook on it. But, like, when I was there and I met those people and I was able to change those people's lives, it was like, okay, this is not that bad because God's hand was on my life. And like the Bible says, you know, I have a plan for you. And it's not to harm us. It's not to make us, you know, sad, or it's not to change or abruptly, like, you know, disrupt our lives, but it's to make us better. And sometimes we don't get what we want, but that's okay because what he has is always so much better than, you know, what we have. So, yeah, it's going to be great.
Yes.
What were you looking forward to this year at Access Conference?
I think for me mainly, like I didn't know, like I've been to Access, this is my 3rd year, but I didn't really know like what to look for coming to there because I've been. But I guess mainly like I just wanted a word from God.
That's good.
Like just in general, just like I just wanted it's vague, but I just wanted a word from him. Like I wanted him to like tell me what my calling is. That's something that's really been on my heart. Like, I don't know where to move to. Like, not move to, but, you know, like, I don't know where I'm going. And, I don't know what's next. And I know sometimes you don't have to know all that. But I just really wanted, like, to know, like, at least, like, a general view of where he wanted me to go. And so, like, you know, for the past 2 years, they've always, at the end of Access, they've asked that if you feel called to full-time ministry, raise your hand.
Can you raise your hand?
I know, just listen. I'm trying to get there. I'm slam. Anyways, and so for the past 2 years, I think they've done that for the past 2 years. I know at least last year. Yeah, they did. But I did not raise my hand because I did not feel called to that. Y'all, I've been through everything. I said I wanted to be an esthetician.
What's an esthetician?
I remember
it's like skincare and stuff like that, and I'm very into that. But like, I just like been like. I've said so many things that I wanted to do. Yeah, Broadway. Oh my gosh. I said I wanted to go on Broadway and stuff like that.
Animals? You want to be like someone with a vet or someone with pets?
I don't remember that.
I remember it was when you were younger.
But I've and you know, everybody's always like you saying all this stuff, but I was really stuck on like esthetician for a while. And I'm just like, I just don't feel called to that. And you know, like, and so anyways, this year I felt really called to full-time ministry. And so when he said that, I read, like, I'm not even kidding. My mom was like, because I've been telling my mom this for a while. If y'all can't tell, I talk about my mom a lot. I talk to her a lot. But anyways, so I just like, she was like, she texted me right before and she was like, Elle, if they have an altar call for full-time ministry, you better raise your hand. You better go down there, whatever, you know, they're asking us to do. And so I will say, like, in that moment when he was like, because I knew it was coming, he was like, if you have, y'all, I'm stumbling. But he was like, if you are called to full-time ministry, raise your hand on the count of 3. And I was like, and that's when the devil was trying to kick in and be like, don't raise your hand. You're gonna embarrass yourself.
I was so scared.
That's when he was attacking me with them thoughts. And I was like, like I said, who are you talking to, devil? Because it's not me.
Not me.
Hold up, devil. Hold up, devil. Like my message. Hold up. You ain't messing with me. Not today. Not today, Satan. And so I was like, you're not doing this. So when he said 3, I think I was like the first person. I think I was like the first person in there, and I think I was like the first person to raise my hand. He said 1, 2, 3. I said, and he was like, if you feel, he was like, if you feel called, then raise your hand. So I raised my hand. I was like the first, and so then when we had those like 60 seconds of silence, he really spoke to me in that moment, like he's gonna take me places, and like like he's gonna do big things. And my mom always. It always comes down to my mom. Anyways, and so my mom told me like a long time ago that she saw me. She had like a vision, and she saw me with a suitcase. And she's always told me this, but y'all, I haven't been on a mission trip yet. I'm going on one. We are proclaiming that. We are going one. We're proclaiming that.
Or China.
Mexico.
Okay, but anyways, so she said she saw me with a suitcase, and y'all, I am petrified of shots. And so like if you go on mission trips, you have to get these shots. Yeah. So I feel like that's something that's always stopped me when thinking about like going on mission trips and stuff like that. But she said she always saw me with.
Have you noticed how little the devil can make something like a shot? Like just like that. The devil can make something
I'm being
like
so for real, like I'm scared of shots. Like I don't want no shot.
And that's what the devil's trying to do too.
Yeah, because that shot could stop me from like reaching people in another country. So
and when you start noticing stuff like that,
From reaching like 100.
That's what I'm saying.
Or something in that sort.
So so he was like, so he
maybe need to stay on.
But so he told me that he was gonna take me places, and he's gonna use my talents to further the kingdom. For sure. And so so I came out with my word. I went in there thinking I was gonna get a word, and I came out with a word, and yeah.
I'm sorry. Isn't that something similar to what Pastor Joel word was for you too? You gotta tell that testimony too, girl, because that was exactly what he said.
This is your sign.
That's your sign. That's your sign. You better go get that shot. I will take you to that altar to get that shot. I will hold your hand. I will hold your hand.
Church. Like we're going on.
We should have gone to Egypt. Our church is going to Egypt. They're leaving Sunday. Sunday, our Pastor Joel, one of the greatest pastors, he had a word for me, and y'all, when I tell y'all my face, he said, I had been making eye contact with him like the whole service. Like it like I felt like he had a word, not him having a word for me, but God had a word for me, and he had to use Pastor Joel to speak to me. And so we had been making eye contact the whole service, and then it's like and then at the end, he like came back out, and it's when you get those quiet moments afterwards, and you're like, something's fixing to go down. Yes. And so then he's like, we made eye contact. Yo, I'm just thinking of the story, and I'm like, I was like so embarrassed. I wasn't embarrassed. I was scared. Anyways, and so he was like looking at me, and then we made eye contact, and I put my head down.
He said L.
Then
he said L, and then this is L.
No. I had my head down before. I made eye contact with him, and then I put my head down because I was like, I can't hold eye contact long. And so he's like L, and I looked up, and I was like, and my face went red. I had heat all over my face. All I felt was heat. And
The
then
moments when you don't want to cry is when you cry.
and I started crying, and he had a word for me that, the anointing's on my life, the favor of God's on my life, and that I can't go the way of the flesh, because that's going to lead me places that I don't need to go. It's going to end up with me being hurt. And, I just need to fight the flesh. Yeah. What does he say? Yield to the spirit and resist the flesh. Yeah. And so that's what he's been teaching on. And this series that he was speaking on, it really touched me.
That was good.
It really did, though.
Yeah. So
what were you expecting?
So I was expecting like to become new, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like because I wouldn't say I haven't been making the best decisions, because I haven't, but like I just wanted to just just change.
Feel refreshed.
Be refreshed. That's a good word. And so that's what I was expecting coming out of it. And to be honest, I was just getting filled a lot. I didn't really get much out of it. I didn't get much of a word. But that Sunday night, Megan told me about this. She told me this little story, and I won't say it. It's about how Bronny James, how he's going to be in the NBA draft with, LeBron and stuff. And how everybody's been saying, like, this dude, like, how in the world did he make it to the NBA? Like, this dude only averaged 5 points a game in college. Like, you think about it, that makes no sense. But because Bronny James knew who his father was, y'all, that's why he's qualified to be in the NBA. And so it made me start thinking, it's like, us as Christians, we're not qualified to go to all these nations and to be on stages. We're not qualified to do those things. But because we know who our Father is, we are qualified. And so I thought that was really good. And so that's what I came out of, because I've been having a whole bunch of, like, confidence problems. And not just because, like, I play basketball, and that's something big in me. Like, I just always want to be confident in basketball, and I haven't been that much confident. And so just in everything that I do, I just want to be confident. And I've been finding some scriptures that say, like, don't throw away your confidence, because your confidence will be rewarded and stuff. And that's one of the biggest things, because I want confidence like the disciples and Jesus had back in the day. Like,
you walked on water.
For real.
You walked on water and
You saw the water apart.
And then party. And it's like,
the story of him walking on water. He said, "Peter, come here.
Peter said, "What?
Come here.
Walk." And
what did Peter
That's
do?
what I'm saying.
But Jesus had confidence in Peter. So you don't even need to have confidence, because God has confidence in you, and he loves you.
Even with that story, though, hold on, let me get that mic. Even with that story, though, when he told him to get up and walk, Peter didn't fall until Peter, like, doubted himself. Right. He didn't fall until he doubted himself. But when he put his trust in God, he rose back up again, and he walked on water.
This is the thing. How can you have confidence in something that you don't spend time with? How can you have confidence in something or someone that you don't even know, or you don't have a relationship with?
It's like, how can you know someone's voice if you don't have a conversation with them? It's the same thing with God. How can you know God's voice when he's talking to you if you don't have a relationship with him? You have to get in his word. You have to pray to him. You have to listen and get in those quiet moments and meditate.
And that's good. And then let's just be real, like, disciples and all them, they had a certain level of confidence that our generation doesn't have. And it's like we want that confidence, but it's like, I don't know, it's just different now. Cause like, our generation is just different than what it was then. Cause like,
And that's why we have to be them generational cures.
yes.
We have to change.
In your generation.
We have to be bold runners of our race.
That's good.
Yes.
Thanks, Ms. Myra.
We love you, Miss Myra.
I don't think she watches this, but it's okay.
But yeah,
Now we gotta bleep it out.
that's what I got out of it.
That's amazing, Ty. No, y'all, when I tell y'all, like, Megan and Ty were talking, Ty was freaking out.
Oh my God,
He
I was so
ran up to us, like, and he was like, Talia, Reese, I gotta starts freaking out. And we're literally outside.
Yes, I think he left.
You had
because
left.
you didn't walk out with us.
We literally were when we were going outside.
We got so hyped in Jackson,
and Becca was like, "Y'all, we are not in flow,
y'all."
We they're yelling. They're literally yelling.
We literally we were getting so hyped for Jesus in the whole parking lot that somebody had to come up to us and say, "Y'all, we in Jackson. We can't be doing that."
But we can't love Jesus, but let's check out the scenery.
And they were like, "Get in the car, get in the car."
And now we get to Flowood. We can let y'all out on the side of the road, and you can do whatever.
Y'all, that was a fun night.
Then later that night, it was like, y'all, God has been moving, and I am like this, and it's only Tuesday, and I'm like
6 p.m.
6 p.m. It's Fondren. Go to Fondren at 6 p.m. But later that night, when me and Ty were on the way home, we started listening to music. I was like, Ty, play this song. Then another song came in my heart. I was like, Ty, play this song. Okay, so we were listening to Run to the Father by Cody Carnes. So I run to the Father again and again and again and again. So when that part happened, Ty was like typing on his phone, texting Megan to like, can he do a ministry moment? And I'm like, driving, trying to focus on the road. It's dark outside. There's heat lightning going on. When literally, I'm not even kidding, it said, oh, heat lightning going off, like exactly with the beat.
That's so cool.
Don't know if it was God, but it was going. It was no. Listen, but then we're listening to Run to the Father, and literally no joke, like every single, like not every single beat, but just about every single beat there was like lightning going with it. The lightning was going with the song.
Like lights do that, like at a light show. And
Boom.
They, like, just
like that was lightning in the sky, and me and Ty were just like looking like this. Jesus, are you talking? Y'all,
Jesus is here.
y'all, this is driving. I'm like, and then like,
I'm listening.
Yo, listen. And then I want you to know this, because the next day it was Monday, and this was the day you were filled, right? Okay, I just want you to know you were filled when we were listening to Run to the Father. You were! Because I just want y'all to realize this, okay? I played all those songs we played in the car, right? I played the song Available. Here I am, you can have it all. Anyways. And so then after that, right when we played Run to the Father, that's when you started being filled.
Yes.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Like on that song, that's when you were filled. And
This is our new
so,
phrase.
yeah.
Jesus ate. Jesus.
yeah, so we're getting he really is. And so we're getting Caitlin a necklace. What? Oh, that says like July 1st on it, and then she said on the back we're gonna get Jesus 8.
Yes. I absolutely. No, I absolutely.
But I really think that's cool. So I think everyone should go listen to Run to the Father.
Yes.
That's our song of the episode.
No, but that was good. That's a word. We're gonna wrap this up, y'all. It's been like 2 hours. But
2 hours is crazy. We've just been talking too much. We
missed
y'all,
y'all, man.
So,
yes,
so hyped.
We're so filled.
We were set on fire.
And we don't want that zeal to run out. And so, yeah, Romans 12:11. You don't let that fire burn out.
The mics are right there.
Y'all probably can.
You know what I mean?
Let's do that.
Y'all,
Don't delete that.
No,
So-
we love y'all guys, but
we really do.
We do.
So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed.
the videos are gonna be coming back weekly.
Yes,
Now. So
I hope
don't
you-
miss out. They drop at 5:00
I
on
hope
Mondays.
you enjoyed our company.
Yes.
We really tried to.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, we had.
Enjoy talking.
I'm just thinking y'all on the podcast.
Bro, y'all should get back on, bro.
To be continued if we'll come back next week.
Yes,
All right.
they'll be coming back.
So
We have to-
see y'all later. Love y'all. Peace out.
Bye.